Hello everyone, welcome to Creating Change with Collegiate Coaching. I am Amy Erdman. This is a requirement for the Integration of Technology course at Houston Baptist University. As you may or may not know, I am not a teacher yet. Professionally, I am a salesperson. This class has been challenging for me because I don't know where that line between teaching stops and coaching begins. It was part of the challenge of this course for me. This presentation looks at the transformations of three people, participant 1, 2, and myself. So we're going to call participant 1 Jane Doe. She is a 46-year-old married woman. She is self-employed as a skincare consultant. She's also a homeschool teacher, mother of 3 girls. Grace, who's 19 with developmental delays. Hope, who is 16 with physical challenges. And Charity, who is 12. Next, we have John Doe. He is a 50-year-old married accountant who recently acquired his real estate license. He is also educated with a bachelor's degree in business and a master's degree in finance. And then you have me. I am Amy. I am 48 years old. I'm married to John Doe for the last 24 years. We have been empty nesting for the last 2 years. Our sons who have flown the coop are Joshua, who is now a policeman in San Antonio, and Caleb, who is a pharmacy technician in the U.S. Army, who is now serving in Germany. Again, I am a salesperson by trade, and as you can tell, I am with you studying education for my master's degree. I also have a bachelor's degree in business with a concentration in marketing, and I have 2 side gigs, which are also sales. So when we sat down to tackle this class, I created a Google form to help me find out what some of the challenges were going to be for our coachees and to help us set some goals. So for Jane, she admits to being a squirreler. We can call that ADD. She likes to multitask. She typically is doing 2 to 3 things at once. It's very easy to do when you are at work from home. She also overschedules herself and finds that it's hard to keep up because she has so many tasks that she's overlapped. As a homeschool teacher of 3 girls of varying ages, she finds the curriculum is mundane and repetitive, and she does find that the girls are bored often. They also are considered a single income family, with her husband being the only one with a quote-unquote traditional real job. So they do have budget constraints, which keep them from buying additional resources for learning. So we identified some goals for her as introducing her to the Google Suite, which is, it's got a lot of the same programs as the Microsoft Suite, but everything's free. In addition, we wanted to get her using the Google Calendar, and I wanted to introduce her to some new free technologies that she could introduce to the girls right away, and some software that the girls might find a little bit more engaging. For John Doe, we found some challenges, like he hates his job. He does not like accounting. He is ready and willing to jump into real estate tomorrow, but he's afraid that it won't lift off. He has been told by several people that it does take about 6 months to get it off the ground, and you can plan on being broke until you make your first sale, which is not something that he is willing to do. Other challenges that he has is that he has not been in school for a while, so a lot of the technology that is available is not familiar to him. He also has poor spelling and grammar and is a perfectionist. I know it's an odd combo, but it is what it is. So we wanted to introduce John to the Google Suite as well to help him get organized using the Google Calendar. I also chose to introduce him to Canva to help him design his real estate website, Weebly to host his website, and we do have a future goal set for him after this class to show him how to use his website to market himself. My challenges were that I also overschedule, and I'm not a teacher yet. I have a hard time prioritizing tasks, and I don't know where that line is from teacher to coach. So my goal was to use the planner to stay organized and stick to my plan, and then to find the balance of coaching and less teaching and more discovery as part of the coaching process. So we did set up a plan for each participant. Jane's plan has a lot of Google in the first half and a lot of new software discovery in the second half. We really wanted to set her first half on getting organized. So she's got an introduction to the Google Suite, the Google Calendar, the Google Classroom, so that the girls could collaborate, and then sticking to the plan that she created. And then we introduced TED-Ed, Storybird, and Screencast-O-Matic. For John, again, we wanted to also get him organized, so he got the Google Calendar, the Google Search. We taught him how to use templates, the introduction to Canva, Weebly to create an outline, an introduction for himself, and then the actual content. And again, after the fact, we are going to teach him some social media and digital marketing. For myself, we reintroduced Google Forms, the Google Calendar, staying organized, using Zoom for the coaching meetings with participant number 1, Jane Doe. So this is a copy of my Google Calendar from last week. You can see that I've got my day job scheduled. I've got time in my day scheduled to follow up with my participants. I've got my meetings with my participants scheduled. I've got time scheduled out for dinner. I've got time scheduled out for homework. Everything is scheduled, and this helps to stay organized. One thing that I did find when I started this process was planning my schedule and how to stay focused and prioritized. So I did come up with a plan, or a 3-step, to prioritize based on due date, importance, and benefit. So if I had to go grocery shopping, put gas in my car, and clean the restroom, I know that I should probably do my grocery shopping first, because we eat every day, and that I could fill my gas up on my way home from grocery shopping, and then I could do the toilet later, because while it may be dirty, it's not a priority. So this has helped all 3 participants stay organized and stick to their plan. So then we introduced TED-Ed to participant 1, Jane Doe, for her girls. They ended up loving TED-Ed because it's kind of a discovery software. It's got little videos. It's got additional study questions, discussions, and they could each kind of choose what they were interested in. It's all free content. So I did task Jane with finding 5 different things that each girl might be interested in the first week that this was introduced. There are hyperlinks here so that you can click through and have a discovery session yourself if you'd like. Next, I brought Canva on board with participant 2. As you can see, I just chose a couple of the different categories that they offer. These would be relevant for my life: business, marketing, and education. Business would be relevant for John Doe, education for Jane Doe, and marketing I use almost every day with my side gigs. So Canva is a very easy drop and drag tool. It will help boost your confidence with this technology, because it's so easy and there's so many options. Next, we brought in Storybird.com. The girls loved it. And my note to myself and to you as teachers is to show this site to everyone and their mother. It is very cool. You get a picture to spark an idea, and you can write your own story, and then you can turn around and share that story with other people. It's so cool. I got little quotes from all three of the girls, and even from Jane. So you could see those here. Then we took participant 2, John Doe, to Google Templates. One of his struggles was to get a new resume for his real estate and to create a profile for his website. So we went and used Google Templates to kind of get an outline for his resume. And then we did a Google search to find comparable information to kind of help him fill out his resume. This is a technique that I recommend for everybody when you're creating a resume or any professional content, because it's so easy to say, oh, this person does almost exactly what I do. Let me borrow some of what they've said. You can see just from what I've pulled here, these are really nice laid out content for professional development. In addition, we went to Weebly. What I like about Weebly is it's a very simple program. It's a drop and drag website builder. It does have a free option for professional templates. You can learn and save as you go, as well as it does have multiple platform presence where you can create for tablets, for cell phones. And as you can see, you can create more than one tab, so you can have many different things on your website. So ongoing things, oh, this one, here we go. And then we've got Screencast-O-Matic. So this is one that we introduced to Jane Doe and the girls. Once they got their stories created in Storybird, they were able to use Screencast-O-Matic to record and share, so they could read their books to other kids, upload it to their church website or YouTube, and you get free 15-minute clips that you can edit, and you do have the option of upgrading as well to get more features. And then finally, ongoing, all participants have agreed to continue meeting, although for less time after this project has concluded. Participant 1 is glad to have new tools under her belt to help girls explore new lessons and to develop their writing and speech skills. Participant 2 is gaining confidence in his ability to use the programs coached on, and he is confident that he can make a smooth transition by the end of the year to his new career. And as for myself, I'm still learning to teach and coach, but I'm living the strange and wild ride. I will continue to explore the fun and exciting technologies and share them with my peers. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.